Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome to the United Talk. Donny van de Beek is finally and officially a Manchester United player. Happened midweek, announced by United. Very happy about this deal, but you know what? Quickly, we need to move on from this because, like I've said about Sancho before, Van de Beek isn't enough. Sancho isn't enough. Van de Beek and Sancho put together will not be enough, and Sancho hasn't happened yet. Because you look at the transfer that Chelsea has done, transfer business that Chelsea has done. They are way too ahead of us. They're way too ahead. You look at City and Liverpool; they were already far ahead of us as well. And then you look at Spurs under Mourinho, with the likes of Kane fully fit, Son fully fit, Lucas Moura fully fit, then you have Eric Lamela, you have Steven Bergwijn. All these players attacking, like the plethora of attacking players that Mourinho has under him. And the only problem Mourinho had in the beginning of his Spurs career was the defense because the defense was leaky. And if he's able to fix that defense, and we know Mourinho is a defensive manager, I feel they're going to be a different animal this season. Even Arsenal, for that matter. I mean, you look at the signings that they've made. They've got Denis Ceballos back on loan, right, from Real Madrid. So he's a very good ball player. He's a very good creative player to have in the team. You have added William to your squad, and then you have the centre back called Gabriel, which is going to solve the problem that they have, or hopefully they're going to solve the problem for Arsenal fans that they had about the defense. So everybody is improving. United, alone with Sancho and Van de Beek, cannot forget about challenging for the title. I don't think they can come third because I think they will end up finishing fourth if they only get Sancho and Van de Beek, and that too not very ahead of the fifth or the sixth team. So let's not talk about Sancho in this video. Let's focus our attention on the other players. So let's talk about Thiago. Let's talk about Reguilon, the left back from Real Madrid. Let's talk about Badiashile, Upamecano, Chris Smalling. And the interesting thing is, all these deals are actually interdependent on each other. And I say that because, look, first things first, Thiago, while he's being linked to United, and very credible sources, journalists rather, like Christian Folk, have come out and said many a times that United are interested in Thiago. Now, they have had talks with his agent, but nothing concrete has happened yet because it's a very well known fact that Thiago wants to move to Liverpool. Liverpool want Thiago, and the only reason why Liverpool haven't signed Thiago yet is because they don't want to pay the asking price. But what Bayern Munich is asking, they're asking for 30 million euros, 25 million pounds, and you can get Thiago for free next summer. So why pay 30 million for him? That's the only reason why Liverpool haven't signed him yet. United's interest in Thiago is a surprising one for me. It's because, and while this does look like the interest is genuine, we've had talks with his agent as far as the journalists are concerned. And again, if we have not bid for Thiago, it's because I think that either Thiago has come out and conveyed that he is not going to join Manchester United this summer because, look, he's playing in a team that wins Bundesliga every year and that also almost wins the domestic cups every year. And this year that has gone by, he's actually won the treble. He's won the Champions League as well with Bayern Munich. So why would you want to leave a team and then go play for a team which has no chance of winning the Premier League for the next 2 years at least, which is United? United are not going to win the Premier League in the next 2 years, which I'm 100% sure about. So why would you leave Bayern Munich to go play for Man United when you can actually go and play for Liverpool, who can or who realistically have more chance of winning the Premier League and even the Champions League? They are genuine contenders for the Champions League as well. So that's one thing. Plus, he's 29, so he's in the later stages of his career. So he wants to go and win things at the next club that he goes. And also the fact that, look, the best coaches in the world are Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done a good job at United, but he's not the best coach in the world right now. So the intrigue of actually going and playing for one of the best coaches in the world is something which is entirely different. So I think that Thiago wants to go to Liverpool. The only reason why I think Thiago might come to United is because A, money. I think money is a problem, whether it's transfer fees, A, or whether it's the wages, the weekly wages. Because I think United are capable of paying Thiago £200,000 a week easy, which Liverpool cannot. I don't think they can afford to do that because then the other star players that Liverpool have, they are on pretty low wages. So then it's going to be like, all right, you've signed a player who's on £200,000 a week, and we are right now on £100,000 a week, and we have been loyal servants to this club for past 3-4 years. So I think that's the only reason why he might come to United, which is not a good reason. However, if we get Thiago, I'll be actually very happy because he does add to that quality in depth in midfield, especially in midfield. So I mean, it's a good acquisition to have, especially at 29. I don't think 25 million pounds is a lot of money for a 29-year-old. Sorry, was actually pretty good. But the thing is, United, and the reason I said before that all these deals with Thiago and with Badiashile and with Reguilon are all interconnected to each other is because I have a feeling that United only want to do a business of worth 100 million pounds net this summer. And when you're planning on buying Sancho for 80 million, 25 million is going to go to Dortmund, let's say next summer, right? So you spend 80 million on Sancho this summer, 80 million pounds. You spend 35 million pounds on Van de Beek, which takes your total to 115 million, right? You sell Chris Smalling to Roma, which is going to happen, by the way. He is going to go to Roma for about 15 million. So the net total comes down to 100 million. Then you might also sell another midfielder. And I say this because right now we have Bruno, Pogba, Matic, Van de Beek, that's four. Fred, McTominay, that's six. Andres Pereira, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata. That's nine midfielders that you have in your squad right now for three positions. It's just too many midfielders. So I have a very strong feeling that somebody is going to leave. So you just sell another player for around 15 million more, and then the likes of Sergio Romero might leave for Aston Villa for about 5 to 8 million. The talks about Rojo leaving United to Lazio for about 8 million. So all in all, with Chris Smalling deal added to all these things, you can generate funds up to 45 million. So you subtract 45 million, let's say, from 115 that we calculated before, the total comes to 70 million net. So then you have 30 million to spend on a defender. Now, Upamecano, United were interested in Upamecano, and you know what? He's not left-footed, but he's one of the potentially the best centre back in the world in the following years to come because he is that good, Upamecano. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Van Dijk. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if we sign Upamecano and play him alongside Harry Maguire, I think that defense can win us the league. Those two defenders together, because either you get a centre back who's left-footed, strong to play as a left-sided centre back, or you get someone who's close to top class. It's not world class, close to top class. And this close to top class defender available right now is Upamecano. Koulibaly is also available, but he's 29. And if you're going to spend about 70 to 80 million on a 29-year-old, it doesn't make any sense. Then you rather spend it on a player like Upamecano, who's 7 to 8 years younger than Koulibaly. So, but Upamecano is not going to happen because he's just signed a new contract, and Leipzig have come out and said that he is not for sale. He's not for sale, so he's not going to happen this summer. Badiashile, Nico Kovac, the Monaco coach, has come out and said that he's not going to sell Badiashile to any club this summer. Gabriel has already gone to Arsenal. So then who are our remaining options for that centre-back position? The only name that comes to mind is Pau Torres, who plays at Villarreal. And do you think you're going to spend 25 to 30 million on a player who you don't know how it's going to turn out with him? I mean, look, if you sign Pau Torres, I'll be happy because you're signing a prospect, just like how we signed Eric Bailly. It may work, it may not work, but at least you've added some depth to that defense with a left-sided centre-back who's left-footed, right? But when you ask a question that whether United are interested in Pau Torres or not, because there seems to be that no one else is available, that 30 million still remains with United. So would you rather spend 30 million on someone like a Pau Torres, or would you go out and spend those 30 million on someone like a Thiago, who's going to be more likely a success than what Pau Torres will be in the immediate future? So that's a question that United need to ask themselves. Secondly, let's talk about this Reguilon guy. Now, Reguilon, the left back from Real Madrid, again, 25 million pounds. The asking price is. United are linked with him. Again, like most of the transfers that happen with United, I mean, look, United are linked with almost every player in the world, right? Because United are one of the biggest clubs in the world. They are linked with almost everyone. They have the money. So I think that's a similar case with Reguilon. United's name has been put out there just to attract other clubs, just to generate some interest in Reguilon. But even if United ended up buying Reguilon, I'll be happy because he's a left back with left-footed left back who can provide cover for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has never, and I don't think it's in him to actually play 50 to 60 games a season, because Every season he's played, he's been injured, Luke Shaw, right? So, I mean, if Luke Shaw is going to miss 20 games a season, then then it's good to have someone like a Regulon playing in his position. And even better, if he signs Regulon, Luke Shaw can actually play as a left-sided centre back because he's done that before, and he's actually not bad. He's good. He's tall. He's stable enough. He's left-footed. I think he can do a job as well. So I think that's adding to the depth that we need in defense. But look, there are a lot of permutations and combinations. It all depends upon what United tend to do with that 30 million remaining money. And the thing is, here's the catch. The thing is that if United are not able to sell anyone apart from Chris Smalling, then the net spends automatically become 100 million because 80 million for Sancho and 35 for Van de Beek is 115. Sell Smalling for 15 and don't sell anyone else. If they're not able to, it's already 100. So they might not end up doing any business after Sancho. That's also a possibility. So it also depends upon who do we sell. So it's all mind games. It's all like a game of chess right now with Manchester United because I think they're waiting to sell off some players, especially the likes of Smalling and Rojo before getting a centre back. And the fact that Badiashile no longer seems to be available, Upamecano is of course not available. It is difficult to see who United get in, who's that centre back who can come in and say yes, he's going to do a job in that position. It's very difficult. And us being linked to Thiago, while the interest is genuine and I would love to have Thiago in the team, I don't think it's going to happen because he's going to go to Liverpool. I mean, of course he's going to go to Liverpool. It doesn't make any sense for him to come to United. It makes a lot of sense for us, but if he wants to win trophies, he has to go to Liverpool. That's a fact, right? So let's see what happens. There's a lot of permutation and combination that can happen with United, but United do need to sell off players, and first of all, they do need to buy Jadon Sancho because I mean I'm going to do a video next week talking about my prediction of the top six, the top goal scorer, the top goalkeeper in the league with respect to the clean sheets, and so many other things as well. But it all depends upon the transfers, right? Because this season, the next season is going to define by what players are playing in your team. And I do have a feeling that our defense is weak. It's very weak. One injury to one of Harry Maguire, Lipton Ralph, it's a problem because Eric Bailly can play there, but Eric Bailly, can you trust that guy? I mean, can you trust that guy to be fit for the entire season? No. You don't know when he's gonna get injured. And Eric Bailly has a tendency to fly all the time. I mean, he flies into challenges, whether he jumps, he heads the ball, he does all of those things which are I mean, he's not just trustable enough. He's a good defender. I really like Eric Bailly, but the thing is, he's not. You can't trust Eric Bailly all the time, just to be available as well. So, same goes with Tuanzebe. I love Tuanzebe, but since past 1 year, Tuanzebe has been injured. I don't know what the injury is, but he's been injured a lot, and there's no news about Tuanzebe. I don't see him in all those videos that United put out with respect to them training. I don't see him in all the photographs with the new kit and everything. He's just I don't know where where Axel Tuanzebe is. So that's another question mark. And then Aaron Bissaka is the only right back we have apart from Diego Dallo, who looks like the player that Solskjaer doesn't trust anyway. And then left side, we all know what is the left back position. So all in all, I think if you add Sancho, your attack is sorted. You've added Van de Beek, your midfield is sorted. I think now what's left is defense because the goalkeeper you have De Gea and Henderson, and even that's sorted. Defense is leaky. The thing is, this season, all the other teams have improved. All of the top six, the traditional top six, have improved. Even Everton are going to get James Rodriguez. If they've already got James Rodriguez, which is a very good signing. They're close to signing Doucouré as well from Watford. Sorry. So I think they're going to make 2-3 more signings. So Everton look like a dangerous team. Spurs have added Doherty to their team as well. So I think everyone is improving and everybody wants to finish in the top four next season. It's going to be difficult if you don't sign the third player, which is very, very important. So let's see what happens. Let's wait and watch what happens. But Premier League begins 1 week from today. 1 week from today, and Premier League is officially starting 2021 season. Very happy, very excited. Gonna play the FPL as well this time, like last time. Very excited. And United play their first match after 2 weeks, but very excited about the Premier League to begin. Very excited to see who we do get in the Champions League group stages as well. So lots of interesting stuff coming along. Stay tuned to the channel. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button on the video, and till the next time, take care.